Bye, Annie. Heading out to my local park. Ooh, it's cold out here today, but let's see what we can find to shoot. Alright, it's definitely cold out here at about 35 and dropping. So I've got this intimate landscape set up here for the barn. It's going to take up about 70% of the shot. And we're currently on ISO 64, f13, and at 1/10 of a second. Shooting at about 30 millimeter. So I'm fairly close to the barn and trying to fill the frame with it and the background trees, trying to isolate just the pieces that I want. So we'll see how it goes as the sun gets a little bit lower into the horizon. I'm seeing the clouds popping in and out. So, all right, I'm gonna go ahead and take a test shot, make sure I got my composition the way I want it. And that is really, for me, one of the toughest things. I come from the old film days where every shot counted and every shot cost you money. So trying to get it right, but I knowing that I can crop in, get a little lazy sometimes, but let's try not to do that today. All right, so I need to increase my delay. Last time I used it, I was running handheld, so let me get that 4-second delay back in place. Wow. Okay. Had a quick problem with my shutter sync, my remote shutter, so that locked up my camera. Ended up the screw had backed out a little bit and it wasn't making good contact, but got that resolved, thankfully. There's a story behind that. Had my camera for about 1.5 years and had to send it to Nikon for a new mid-plane. Anyway, got that figured out. We're back in action. So still don't have great light, but we're waiting to for that glow to pop through the clouds, hopefully. I'll go ahead and take a test shot just to capture a sample and see where we're at. All right, there we go. Now we just wait for the sun to pop through. All right, the sun's in the final minutes of good light before we start losing the golden light. So I'm gonna get my shot, one last shot. It looks like we're currently at ISO 64, f11, now 1/8 of a second. Still at 30 millimeters. So let's go ahead and take that shot and start heading back to the car before it gets too dark. By the way, this is a F11 tripod, the CP38 L42. That's a lot. Anyway, shout out to Nick Page for recommending this. I'm nowhere near an ocean, and that seemed like the major concern was being near an ocean and having that seascape salt. By the way, I got stainless steel screws for the bottom base plate, so we're good to go. Thanks for the recommendation. All right, so my goal here is to get out and shoot something regularly. More practice the better, and I want to encourage you to get out there. Ideally, it's not going to be perfect weather, it's not going to be perfect season, but get out there and enjoy it. And then when the right weather and the right season does come upon you, you'll be ready. Have a good one.